recently, like 4 months ago, the week before release. Now, this book is insane. Documenting Phone Guy's last week before he was fired. This fact was approved by Fazbear Entertainment. And in this book, we get interesting lore details, like night guards, at least Ralph, seemingly forgetting what happens during their shift after going home, or the crying child spirit being in the FNAF 1 location, probably in Golden Freddy, or maybe the animatronics kidnapping children in one scenario, which opens a whole new can of worms. But in all of these lore reveals, we kinda left out some big questions this book raises. Not only are the personalities of the MCI kids inconsistent throughout the book, and what "it's me" really means, Bronwyn's phone call, and many more, but I wanted to focus on a set of pages specifically, which I think give us the strangest set of events in the book by far. And with this book having some strange things already, that's saying something. The book, as you know, considering the front says interactive novel, has multiple options and routes which lead mostly to death, really. But surprisingly, some of these options don't immediately lead to death. In some, you actually live and mostly get sued in the process. But there's one really strange one. The game over from page 179 to 182. This is probably the weirdest set of pages in the book and includes not only the newspaper clippings from FNAF 1, but also sad children's drawings. Something that doesn't even appear in the camera featured in these pages, and mind swapping with Freddy. Okay, wait, what? Yeah, in this ending, you swap into Freddy's body and go home while being Freddy. But what does any of this mean? Why do you seemingly become Freddy? Well, let's talk about it. In Night 5, things are going bad for Ralph. I mean, canonically, this is where he dies, but you can decide to look at the cameras at Freddy Fazbear. You stare at each other while, I kid you not, Carmen starts playing. That's a wonderful mental image, but the music is important because this song is about a bull. This book even tells us as much, and this is a standoff between Ralph and Freddy. This standoff lasts pages. Ralph even notices the newspaper clippings from the MCI and sad children drawings, making you feel the emotions of the crime. Ralph points out how this has to be Freddy's doing. Then, after literal hours, Ralph suffers vertigo and then becomes Freddy. I don't mean he sees through Freddy's eyes. No, he actually moves and even leaves the building as Freddy. And he does this after 6 a.m. What does this scene mean? I have a few ideas. First, the mind swap, or just you becoming Freddy. FNAF, as of recent, has a common plot line of mind control and swapping lives with someone. Think Vanny, the Monty within, Jeremy, maybe Tape Girl, Fazgoo, and hell, kinda Sea Bonnies. There's a common thread of a person becoming something somehow. This game over seems to reflect that. But why? Well, the other stories are so the character can pursue life as you, or just kill you. This game over doesn't mention a Freddy Ralph roaming around, though it could maybe be implied. But if the characters could just switch brains with you whenever, wouldn't they just do that? Well, whenever? Well, I believe Freddy is showing Ralph something. Freddy or Gabriel is showing Ralph what the MCI did, or how it feels to be in the shoes of Gabriel. Throughout the whole book, Ralph is loyal to Fazbear Entertainment, and only defects in the canon ending where he decides to hide survival tips for his successor. But in this route, Ralph has been loyal to Fazbear Entertainment and thinks of himself as a caretaker for the animatronics. Gabriel is showing Ralph how he failed as a caretaker, allowing Fazbear Entertainment to get away with these crimes, making him feel the effects of the MCI, making him feel what it's like to be in a cold steel body. When he goes home and his daughter sees him, she is going to be terrified of him, the same way the children's family would feel if they saw what their child was now. Ralph is basically now a missing kid. Honestly, there is a lot in this book I have to do major thinking about. Specifically, I really want to make a video about the MCI kids and talk about who they are and what we know about each of them, because the week before gives us new info about the relationships and it's very interesting. If you have any ideas or theories about the MCI kids, I'd love to hear them. Here's my socials, here's a Faz token, and I'll catch you at 6 a.m.